Welcome to Week 9, Eternity versus Revolution of Overwatch Esports. Currently, we're just waiting on the entirety of Revolution to join. Kenneth, I started the stream.
All right. So this is week 9, Eternity versus Revolution. We're waiting for both teams to give the ready.
I already said that part.
Okay, never mind.
Just waiting on Eternity's ready right now.
Yep. Something interesting is like there is no hunter for Eternity side. That is by far the better player in my opinion.
Is he on their main lineup, or is do they have to sub
he's
him
not
out?
in this lineup right now, so I don't know if he's coming for the next maps or stuff like that, but right now he's not here, so that'll be the first time that we're gonna see Eternity without Hunter.
Alright, both teams are ready. I'm gonna start it.
So let's see how they adapt without their star player.
Now traveling to Busan. Initiating launch.
I think this is the first game for Revolution, right?
Yeah, this is.
Is it
I'm pretty sure at least that it's Revolution's first game.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think. Let's see what they have to offer.
Ready for battle.
Revolution's running the Orisa Hog with a Reaper. With that huge Reaper buff, Reaper's been extremely insane to play.
Yeah, listening rank is very popular. We'll see how effective it is against
5, 4,
goats.
3, 2,
Snoats.
1. Round
Oh, they're in Snoats.
Capture the objective.
Wait, are both? No, I thought both teams were running Snoats for a second.
Enemy visually confirmed.
Vapor are already picking up snipers. Azurite picking up both the main healer and the main tank, and the review. Huge picks already from Revolution. Film is here just scrambling to get picks. It's just not working out.
I mean, Revolution got the first one. Both of them were kind of scrambled. Like, it wasn't like a team fight. It was like basically a big draw.
JT on Eternity is already pretty close to grab, so that might be able to save them.
Oh, good shatter.
Vapor dropping the shatter, yeah.
Cease your resistance.
Well, they're exchanging picks so far, so it's not clear who's gonna win.
They've been trading back and forth for a while. It's really unsure on who's gonna win this at this point. Seems like Revolution's coming through though.
So Revolution so far holding the point. 2 fights in a row. So there is not too many ults on the Revolution side. It's only May ult compared to Eternity that they're coming out with 3 ults right now.
Well, also on Revolution side, they're 97 on grab,
Oh yeah.
so they might be able to. They might use grab. The grab coming out here, forcing up the Lucy ult. Vapor getting a huge shatter, insane shatter here. Stumpy switching to the Hanzo from the Mei.
And they take the point for the first time this round. 97%.
The huge shatter just bringing them back here.
Oh yeah.
Please move behind the barrier. Regenerating your cellular structure. Fire at will.
Ooh, so that's a grab and a reaper. Very well executed there.
Well coordinated for sure.
Yeah.
And there's no support ults that could have saved them on Revolution side. They have no ults like trance or
Yeah,
the-
defensive ults. Yeah.
yeah, they don't have enough defensive ults compared to Eternity having the Lucy ult.
A good dragon. The
Huge
heals
dragon.
right there from Stumpy.
Eternity just completely bringing it back from what it was at the beginning. I don't even think Revolution has been able to even get on the point this far. Film just kind of camping the point. Oh, he's flanking around a bit. Huge shatter again
Well,
from
shatter.
Vapor.
Excellent shatter.
Vapor's shatters have been huge so far.
Yeah, I will say that definitely right now the best player in this round has been Eternity Maintime Vapor.
Yeah, definitely.
They
Vapor
won,
is
they
just wrecking the competition. His shatters are just the beat completely canceling out the grab.
Completely
Two
denying
still on
the-
point,
the
almost
grab.
capping, almost C9ing that. Snipe's just trying to stall here on the Tracer. But he's not able to. And Azurite not even able to touch.
Yeah, they pulled the comeback. Like
They
from
really
99
came
to
back from
0. Yeah.
0 to 97 all the
very
way to
impressive.
winning that first round.
Yeah. Amazing display there.
Ready for battle.
It wasn't looking too great for them at the beginning until they really brought it back with Vapor. Just his shatters
Yeah.
just destroying the competition.
Yeah, that charter was definitely the turning point in that round. After that, Eternity was a completely different team, playing way more coordinated, using their ults more effective, dominating Revolution.
Eternities seems like they're running Reaper Goats
1.
and Farah McCree on the side of Revolution.
Oh, no, they switched to Hanzo, so it's
Oh, they switched to
Hanzo
Hanzo.
Reaper against no Maintain on the side of Revolution. Yeah.
They're running the Zarya Diva. But if the Diva knows what she's doing, she can easily eat JT's grab. Anxiety just dropping down to film. The Reaper pick, along with just Vapor's damage, is just melting Revolution here.
So technically with the first cut, almost 20% right now.
Not much going on right now other than they're just poking at each other from afar.
Yeah, it's just like a folk war right now, but since the
There,
have a nice-
Pharah did
nice
almost
show.
pick off Film. They do DMAC Diva and kill her. But Snipes brings 2 picks out. And they res Diva. This might be winnable for Revolution. Maybe not, now that Stumpy just kills the entire team.
Yeah, I'm not so sure if Revolution Soul should stick to the double off tank composition. I think that they need like a main tank so they can actually initiate better the fights.
For sure.
And they have
Especially with that
another-
Hanzo, the defense matrix can't absorb all of the arrows. So it's just gonna leave them really vulnerable.
Yeah, but they do have a Reinhardt now, so we'll see if they're able to push this.
Maybe they'll be able to bring it back. They will need to get on point soon, since Anxiety's at
Oh, nice
Eternity.
barrage.
Huge grab, huge barrage. Film, the only one on point, just scrambling around.
Seems that they did it.
They brought it back.
Yeah.
They might pull what Eternity did last round.
This is exciting. Like it's been comeback central right now. like, the team that is out the whole time is getting. So we'll see if they can hold to this and do what Eternity did in the last round, or if they just gonna.
Azurite here just spamming from the choke, trying to get the Rhine barrier down, it seems like.
Yeah.
Another
the
shatter
body's
coming
really
from
contested
Vapor.
right now. Vapor with a pick right there.
Oh, but the High Noon getting Film. And the res on Anxiety. This is definitely winnable on a Revolution side. Getting the main tank, but JT drops the...
Oh, grab,
They do the
grab
grab dragon into the trance. Right now, Snipes is just doing so much damage to the tanks on Eternity's side.
Oh, yeah.
Azurite's just supporting him through that entire endeavor as well. Snipes almost at a High Noon, along with almost having grab and barrage again, but almost no ults on the side of Eternity. Dropping Shatter, only getting Film. Just trading back and forth at this point here.
Oh, he got one. So it seems. Oh, they brought it back.
Come back
They got
again.
back-to-back comebacks. Yeah. It's 1-1.
Huge plays from Snipes that entire game on the McCree.
Yeah, he was definitely getting some picks right there.
Switching to dive on Eternity's side, this is definitely a really good dive map.
It seems that Revolution gonna stick to Farah McCree. It's been working, so.
It's definitely been
Bro, don't
working.
fix it.
Azurite's been lagging a little behind on the Pharah though. Haven't seen much from him other than the barrages. Running Sombra on Eternity's side. Anxiety and the Widow, they might, I think Anxiety is just gonna die right away since they're running a pretty strong dive here. Azurite just kind of chilling on the ground for a bit.
it seems that Eternity is gonna take the first.
Eternity's dive here seems pretty coordinated. They killed off Anxiety really fast.
Yeah, they removed the Widow, then went from to the healers, then went to the tank. Right?
Vapor's prioritization, since he's on Sombra now, is pretty good as well. He's been pretty much only hacking Azurite or combat. Jam's been doing a whole ton of healing for the Eternitus this entire time.
Oh yeah.
Pinned off the map.
It's crazy. Oh, yeah. Let's see.
Well, let's see if Agar can save himself. No, he can't.
Yeah. It seems that Revolution's gonna flip the point right now.
They switched Snipes off of McCree to put Anxiety on DPS.
Yeah, that's weird.
And putting Vapor instead of on main tank, they put JT on main tank. So this is pretty interesting swaps in terms of heroes on both sides.
Roles. Very interesting.
Huge EMP coming from Vapor. But Azurite almost getting Sombra, but not able to. Only getting Agar here. With the Primal coming out from Eternity. Anxiety is just getting rolled on Tracer. Grab coming out from Revolution side, but they dropped B.
Oh, huge shatter.
Huge shatter. This is definitely going to be another. I'll be definitely surprised if Revolution doesn't cap here, getting them to 99.
So Affinity's trying to stall as much as possible, but yeah, it's gonna be a Revolution. So let's see if they can hold it, because it's 99 right now, so they cannot lose any more fights, and they don't have anything. They don't have any ults at all.
They used all their ults to cap that point.
Yeah.
And since on Eternity's side, almost 4 ults. It's going to be very difficult for Revolution to bring this back. Eternity already almost tapping.
Ooh, that's a triple kill for
Film getting a 3K on point.
That was a huge play there by the Sombra. Vapor went into the point, hacked the Reinhardt, and then instantly the Reaper uses his ult, getting 3 kills.
Bubba switching to the Hammond to really try to contest this point. Getting hacked though and just destroyed. The EMP coming out. Solo EMPing Azurite. A first map win from Eternity.
But it was a really good game. Like both
really
teams,
well played from both teams.
Yeah, they went at it and they did huge plays from both sides, and it was like they play all 3 maps. I think that reflects that they were evenly matched.
The Grav Blossom here from Film Guy was really crucial in them reverse sweeping this point.
Oh yeah. I think Eternity recognized on the first few fights on the first map that the Goats wasn't working, and they switched to Reaper and then Hanzo and just normal 2-2, and it seems to pay out. It worked for them. They play much better after the switches.
Next map is Eichenwald, right?
It is, yeah.
Alright, just making sure, because I had it written down, I just didn't know if it was right. No, I just gotta check if both teams are ready. Waiting on...
What do you think Revolution missed to do in the last round to actually get that point? Like what they were missing to actually flip the fight in their favor?
I feel like generally their entire team just wasn't, like, grouped up or maybe even communicating enough. They weren't focusing the right targets or focusing targets really much as I noticed at all.
Okay. So maybe now that since it's not control, now it's hybrid map. Maybe now they can actually be more coordinated. Usually, when you are defending or attacking, it's easier to coordinate. Just the way the map is designed. So we'll see if they can actually get their synergy going. This is their first map. I mean, this is their first game as a team, so
Yeah,
it's gonna
yeah.
take them a while to get their sync together.
And
They
Eichenwald
switch
is
it
a
up.
completely different playstyle than Control Point, so they
Yeah, yeah,
might
yeah.
even do better.
Yeah, yeah. There is teams that I think it happened way too often in this league that teams do better in objective maps than
Like
control
2CP or
because
hybrid or
exactly, yeah,
yeah.
because
It
control is more about mechanics than anything else.
Yeah, and on 2CP hybrid or payload maps, you can get away with getting 2 picks, then the fight's won. But if that happens on control, the other team can still bring it back.
Yeah,
You can still fight
yeah,
4v6 and still maybe win.
yeah, because you need to stall for a while until the reinforcement catch up on you, and you can
And
stagger your
everyone has the
way.
same spawn time, same spawn distance.
Yeah, yeah,
All right,
totally agree.
Revolution is gave us the ready, and we were just waiting on them, so we got the starting Eichenwald.
Traveling to Eichenwald. Initiating match.
Another interesting thing that both teams actually did is like they switch roles. Like whoever played DPS in one round didn't exactly
Ready
play
for
DPS
battle.
in the other. They switched it between tanks and supports and DPS.
Yeah, like Anxiety was playing off support for the first couple rounds. Then he switched to DPS near the end.
Yep.
And
And
Vapor
Snipes.
running Sombra.
In 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I do know that is
I
strength.
mean, Vapor.
That's
It's not like either of them were doing poorly, so I feel like it's just a flex player sort of thing.
yeah, yeah, I agree. But it's not common to see like those kind of
5,
switches. Usually
4,
people stay
3, 2,
in at least in the
1.
role.
Attackers incoming.
On defense,
So
they're
let's see.
running the Hanzo McCree with a Zen Moira. You don't see Zen Moira much anymore. Already
Yeah, it's
picking
not
off
too-
Azurite right away on the Pharah. Anxiety has to use the res on her. JT just getting bombarded by the entire team. Maybe Revolution is starting to coordinate, focusing targets more.
Yeah, it seems
A complete team wipe
Revolution's
on
gonna-
Revolution's side. Jeez.
Yeah, on the first fight, that's very impressive.
Salford running the Ana rather than the Mercy this round.
Objective A captured.
And Anxiety on Mercy this time, rather than off support.
Or DPS. There is a lot of flexing here. I like it.
Already almost every ult on Revolution's side, but on Eternity they only have Coalescence right now. They do pick off
JT
snipes
with a
though.
pick on Genji.
Fire at will.
Some guy on the Ashe rather than the McCree, maybe to help counter Azurite a bit more. Vapor dropping the Shatter along with the Coalescence to just wipe their entire team there.
Revolution is coming with a 4-0, almost 5 for the next fight, so let's
Salford
see how...
probably, Boba is actually probably going to save, or not Boba, Snipes is probably going to save Blade until they have Nano. Probably going to combo that. They do drop Shatter. Pretty huge Shatter. But Eternity bringing out the huge grab and just wiping their entire team again. Wasting Boba's entire Shatter pretty much.
It's
Seems like
another hold
Azurite is getting pressured so hard that he really can't do much here.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it for him
The
to
Pharah
stay.
really isn't working. Film is pressuring him so hard, along with Stumpy.
I totally agree. I think they need to start thinking of switching for something else. Oh, another fight that it seems to go in favor of Eternity. Been over a minute that they've been holding this payload here.
Snipes has been casually 1v6ing every once in a while, I've noticed. He's
Yeah,
still behind them. He got found.
If he dies now,
If he dies
that's
now,
really
he's
bad
so
for
staggered.
oh,
That's really bad for Revolution there.
that's
so
devastating
staggered
stagger
now.
there. That's like a 20-second stagger right there. Maybe more.
They might, Revolution might bring out the Nano Blade though. Seems like that's their plan right here.
Yeah.
But Transcendence is up on... Oh, they did.
They got the
Oh,
pick on the...
they definitely...
Well, now it's the
Yep,
moment.
here it comes out. This is huge.
Oh, the shatter!
Oh, did they get the shatter
Stop the
on him?
blade.
The shattered blade?
Yeah, they shattered blade, so...
Damn, huge
Stop
plays
the
from
edge.
Vapor still. Amazing main tank on Eternity set.
Yeah, and the turnaround, they completely shut it down.
They shut down that blade, especially with the pick on Agar at the beginning. That would have been huge, but that shatter just shut them down. Snipes has just been getting staggered pretty hard, staying in the fight rather than falling out.
Right now, definitely is the Vapor Mid, the one that plays.
Oh, Snipes switching to the Tracer and Azurite switching to the Genji this time. Pretty interesting switches.
They're playing very aggressive.
Every single ult on Eternity's side, dropping both Shatter, Coalescence, and Grab here. pretty
look, a block right
big
there.
shatter
A block
coming from
shatter.
Boba, but not enough. And they're just, the Eternity's still just flooring them. Ooh, Anxiety getting picked off at spawn.
This will heal you.
So it's 1 minute. So let's see if Revolution can get it together, or it's gonna be a very impressive hold from Eternity.
The DPS
And
on
they have
Revolution's side aren't getting enough picks to really, for their tanks to be able to support them as much.
Yeah, I agree. We haven't
really-
seen them, the kill feed enough, I think.
Azurite having Blade.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Huge pulse bomb from
there.
Snipes. Maybe able to bring this back. But the Bob
They were
is
listening
out.
to us.
Vapor just getting lasered down by Tracer. Snipes getting a 4K there.
So it's almost overtime, so if they want to get to a point, they need to win
They need
one
to
more
push
fight.
forward and have huge pick on Ego. Jam does drop the Coalescence here.
So we got a blade going on,
Combat using, this is a pretty huge fight here.
and then they it seems that
Revolution may be able to bring this back. Anxiety killing Film with his little pistol and meleeing Vapor into the ground.
Batter Mercy for the win.
They did end up bringing it back and getting that first point.
So they, Revolution is still on full dive, and it's working so far. So let's see if they can.
I
keep it
haven't
going and do
seen
that.
much of Boba diving in with combat though. It's been pretty interesting. Like combat just right now was in there
Ooh,
and
that grab, that shatter.
huge grab and
Is that
shatter.
gonna be-
The bomb coming out from getting no one though. Salford doing a lot of damage but not able to actually get any kills. They have enough
Right
time for a
now,
group up, but
Revolution
now
is
they just...
wasting time.
Yeah, Boba just
just-
fed and staggered there. They should have pulled out and all grouped up, because they have 20 seconds to get back.
Yeah, as soon as they lost the Winston, they should have been backing out.
The
Because
big
now-
issue on Revolution side is that they're not falling out when they should. And they're really
Yeah.
overextending, especially with combat.
Completely
Stumpy
shut
just
down the
destroying
heavyweight.
and shutting down him. Jam with the huge coalescence on the Winston. This might be it for Revolution on this first point. First round.
Do I have your attention yet?
Score 0-2. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Let's see what sort of defense Revolution can pull out. This
I
could be
mean-
interesting.
Yeah, like I think Revolution did really well considering that they almost got full hold in the second point. Like they were doing really bad all the way until the last minute that they were able to push it all the way to the almost the third point. So decent this down then, considering that they were doing so bad on the second point.
Ready for battle.
So let's see if they can hold Eternity back, or if Eternity just gonna...
Eternity running the same comp seems to be really working for them.
30 seconds.
Yep.
Film on Reaper though, rather than Ash. They might need. They're probably going to switch that back though, since they Azurite is on Farah.
Yeah, so right now only Stumpy is the only one that can. Oh, and Sen are the only ones that can contest the Pharah. But on this first point, I think it's easier to defend with a Pharah than to attack into a car.
Yeah, defense with the fire on this first point is extremely good. It's really common on this map. Anxiety really in the open. Flying with the Pharah, but kind of sticking really far in the open. It might leave Stumpy open to get a pick on it. Really risky res coming from Anxiety. Getting snipes up, but dropping down himself.
Well, if anything, seems that they're gonna do a quick work here and take the point in the very first fight. Oh, that's it, the fucking kill.
Objective lost. Stop the pain.
Let's see.
Oh, Boba Fett jumping off the map.
I think if he was going to do it, why didn't he do it earlier? Like why wait so long?
I think he just respawned. But the spawn was so different that he wasn't able to get back without jumping off.
Yeah.
Switching to the Rhine Zarya.
Oh, nice with the flank into Stumpy and getting the pick.
Yeah, huge pick on Stumpy there. Stumpy's doing a ton of damage with his recruit. Big shatter coming up from Vapor again.
From Vapor. Vapor is definitely the player to watch on this.
Vapor's definitely the star player as far as we've seen.
Yeah, he's the one that is making the clutch plays right now.
His shatters have been just destroying Revolution.
Yeah. Brilliant point.
Stumpy might not be able to win this battle against Azure on the Pharah.
Helden sterben nicht.
Stumpy losing the battle to Azure. Dropping the barrage, but Trance just blocking it.
So it seems that Eternity is gonna push this with very quick. Like they still have.
They still have
like
4 minutes. They're gonna have 5 minutes 20 on the clock. For
Yep. They're only missing. They don't even have to push it the whole way. They just need to almost push it.
Already getting a Eternity already getting a pick on Salford, Anxiety, and Boba.
Yeah, like Revolution gonna have to have one last fight on the actual point and see if they can actually.
This is gonna be really hard to hold for 5 minutes. Getting only 2 with the shatter.
Counter shatter, dude.
Huge counter shatter, but Snipes getting 4. The Nano and the Blossom getting 4. Huge plays from Snipes and Salford here.
Yeah, and the swap on John Rack from Asura. So let's see how this plays out. There is not many ults from any of them like Theon with the
Grab coming out from combat. No support ults on Eternity's side. Both main tanks down on either side as well. But Anxiety does res Boba. JT at really high charge just all the time. Even outside of the fight, he's like at 100 charge. The grab and the coalescence coming out from Eternity, wiping 3 down, 4.
I think that's it. I'm not sure if they can contest one more time.
They might be able to contest. They're contesting with Valk last minute. Anxiety barely touching it.
Yeah.
And the hamster, Boba on hamster coming in.
So let's
Snipes
see.
coming
Oh,
in with
that's
the clutch Nano Blossom again.
that was huge.
Snipes is definitely one of the star players on Revolution here, getting the huge blossoms on Reaper.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think he needs to work a little bit on his positioning.
He definitely has been overextending a lot.
Yeah, but
He is getting kills to be able to save the point right now. Another huge grab coming from combat. And no trance on for Agar either.
They've been able to hold this for a little bit more than 2 minutes. So let's see if they can complete the task and completely hold.
This is definitely winnable on the side of Revolution.
Yeah.
They're holding it extremely well, but Stumpy taking down 2. And the Coalescence bringing down Anxiety. Snipes also going down. This might be it for Revolution.
Yeah, I don't think they will be able to hold this much longer.
Really well played near the end from Revolution, but not enough to bring it back.
Yeah, I think, but I do think that they're looking better every time. I think they play this map better than they did play Busan.
For sure, for sure.
So I think it's just like getting in sync with the new players.
Huge grab from real far.
Yeah.
Really well played from JT here.
Yeah, I'm loving the way Eternity is using their ults. Like most
Eternity's
of
ult economy is extremely huge.
Yep.
It started to fall apart in the near the end of Iconwald though. Their trance usage was very. They used it at the wrong times, and it could never save them from the Nano Blossom.
Yep. Yeah, they weren't able to complete the counter for the blossoms or even the graph.
Let's see, next map is Temple of Anubis. Temple of Anubis is also a really good dive map, so we might see some dive from either side.
Yeah, we'll see. We haven't seen Revolution what they prefer to play on this map, but definitely we can see dive coming from Eternity. We have seen that in the past.
For sure, for sure. Currently waiting on Revolution's ready again. Still waiting on Revolution. Their team has been fairly slow with generally giving us the ready.
Yeah, it's the first game for all of them, so maybe they're just getting used to like letting everybody know that they're ready, or they're just trying to like fix their comms or discussing about the maps. I don't know. There's several possible reasons for that.
I feel like Jam is definitely... We've been underappreciating them because they've definitely been putting out some insane healing on the Moira.
Oh yeah, like one of the things I like about Eternity is like they try to play towards their playstyle, like the natural playstyle. Like Jamb is one of those Moiras that are very aggressive with everything, with their healing, with their damage, and with their
For
ults.
sure, for sure.
And they all seem to play
Yeah,
very well
Eternity's
around
very
her.
good at playing around the rest of their team and playing together.
Yeah,
Like if
yeah,
their Moira is being aggressive, they will be aggressive with her, and then
exactly. Yeah,
they'll all pull back. Like they're very coordinated, very good at working around each other.
I agree. Anxiety said that they're ready.
Oh, they said they're ready. Oh shit!
Yeah, yeah.
I was looking for my PS4 controller charger because it's deciding to die.
Now entering
No,
the
tell me about it.
this.
Mine's close to line, so let me see.
I'm gonna use a charger that doesn't belong to it, and let's just hope it works.
Both team has not done any subs so far too, so they are just trying to stick to the main roster in both sides.
In the games I've been seeing, like the past few games, there haven't been any subs. It's been pretty interesting.
Yeah, it seems that they're just trying to stick to their best 6 players and work with that. Try to adapt within the players they have.
Snipes on the Genji again on Revolution. Let's hope he doesn't overextend as much and actually pulls out. Because that's definitely his biggest issue.
Yeah, yeah. I think he's the biggest threat on the offensive side, like, but also one of the downfalls because he's overextending so much that sometimes he just gets staggered. Like,
yeah, his mechanics are really good. It's just the not knowing when to pull out, that sort of thing.
yeah, exactly. Like game sense.
Yeah, Revolution is running the Ana dive with a Widow. Pretty interesting. It's always really interesting to see dive with an Ana and a Widow. Stumpy just using this pillar to his advantage. Anxiety already picking off one.
Oh,
Agar just trashing Azur right here.
Vapor as usual, doing his thing.
Anxiety getting pretty big picks here. It's still very winnable on either side, especially with Revolution having spawn advantage.
Yep. Yeah, that's the hard thing about the first point and always. Like, it's so attack favorite because of the spawn. So far from the defenders.
Yeah, it's very... First point Temple is always very in favor of the offensive side.
Well, second point...
Second point is a different story. It's a very well-balanced map. Agar almost going down, but picking off Anxiety. JT is just doing so much damage on his Zarya. Always at 70 charge or higher. A solo shatter on the Ana from Vapor.
Oh, it seems that this is going Revolution's way.
For sure, for sure. It did take them quite a while, even though they do have spawn advantage. And Azurite is way pushed up into the second point already.
I am claiming the objective.
Anxiety almost going down to Stumpy for
My ultimate is almost ready.
Objective A captured. New defense point. Objective no one can hide from my sight.
Anxiety just trashing down on Film. With sights on, Film trying to hide, but Anxiety just chasing him down. Transferring out from both sides. A huge grab coming out from JT here again. His grabs have been really good. A pretty good hold
I
here.
didn't like it
from
the way
Eternity.
Revolution initiated that fight. I think they needed to dive into the backline faster, but with the DPS in position. I think they did it too soon.
For sure, for sure. They've really got to focus down Agar. He's such a squishy target, and they're not focusing him down enough that he's able to get so much free damage on them. Another huge shatter coming from Vapor. Film guy teleporting a whole 2 centimeters.
I mean, 2 is 2, my man. 2 is 2. I mean,
Anxiety picking up Agar, but it really won't mean anything due to the spawn advantage.
yeah, basically that's a pointless kill right there. So guy is trying to make the flank on the. He's on the high ground, the pillar, waiting for them to jump on them and do the ult. So let's see.
Film guy is definitely gonna pop his Blossom here if they don't get picks already. Actually, he might not even need to pop Blossom here. Snipes falling to JT. Agar switching to the Hammond, trying to contest a little bit. Seems like Eternity is getting a little anxious over the way they're pushing and the picks that they're getting. Agar switching to the Hammond just to contest, and then switching back to the support. Boba might even be having a pretty hard time playing D.Va due to the defense matrix nerf as well.
Oh yeah,
A huge bomb onto Stumpy.
Reaper also is not easy.
Zurite getting a small flank. Pretty good angle on this Lucio. Winston into the Zarya, they're really not keeping track of the bubbles enough, and they're really just feeding the charge to JT right now. Anxiety getting 3.
I've sighted the enemy.
Still not enough though.
I'm not sure if Revolution will be able to take this point with Winston. I think they might need to switch to.
They did just switch to the Ryan, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they did.
I definitely feel like, although Anxiety is getting picks, I definitely feel like they do need more on point.
Yeah, they don't have point presence at all. They're just dying in the way, like
they needed more defensive DPS. Like, although Widow is a defensive DPS, they do need like more of a huge shatter coming from Vapor again.
Another one.
I feel like Revolution could really benefit from a Mei here, honestly.
Yeah,
it'll really pressure.
Like some type of defensive DPS or defensive ult to actually get themselves into point and kind of drawing the point instead of just.
For sure, and they're running the Ana Moira, which means no defensive ults. Like if they were running a Lucio, the beat might be able to get him in there enough to be able to actually cap the point.
Yeah, and the speed boost.
Yeah, the speed boost for sure. And when they were running dive, I don't think they were even running a Lucio, were they?
No, they always had either Sven and
yeah, their team comp is making it really hard on themselves. And Anxiety is still on the Widow, surprisingly.
Yep, and Eternity have 4 ults for this last fight against just 2 from Revolution, so doesn't look too good.
Best case scenario for Revolution is that Azure is able to farm up 30% on his shatter real fast and actually get a pretty good shatter. Snipes dropping the blade here, but the grab blossom again, just killing them all. Really well played from Eternity there.
Score 0-1. Switching sides.
Revolution's biggest weakness is definitely their team comp,
Initiating
for sure.
match.
Yeah, it seems that they cannot figure out the roles, like the players. Like sometimes they use double main healer, sometimes they switch who is main healer, who is flex support, who is off tank, who plays main tank.
On defense, I feel like they could even benefit from running Zen Lucio, just because the double defensive ult, along with
the
if they can
ability,
keep
yeah.
up the healing, then and the mobility, I feel like they could definitely benefit from that double off support.
Yeah, I agree.
Ready for battle.
They do have the Mei, Snipes running the Mei, so that's definitely useful on their side.
Yeah, and they have Ana Mercy, so no defensive ult.
Attackers in
No defensive ult again, but they do have the damage boost along with the nano, which could be fairly useful.
Yeah.
Like
but
they
they
could
need
use
to
that
be
on
on the-
Blossom.
Yeah, but they do need to be very aggressive with this composition, because if they wait for the Eternity to use the ults first, they don't have anything to counter them.
Yeah, and I feel like they're running pretty aggressive DPS with the pretty passive main tank, which I
Yeah.
feel like will be a bit hard for them since they're running the Orisa. It's hard for the Orisa to be aggressive along with their team. Snipe's already way in there, freezing Reinhardt. Film guy on the Brigitte rather than DPS. They are running triple support. They're running triple support Widow. Vapor on the Widow this time, which is pretty interesting, seeing that he's the main tank. Getting a headshot on Salford, pretty good shit here. Anxiety does get the dive on him. Seems like Anxiety is using his defense matrix pretty much off cooldown, which is really hard since the nerf as well.
Time to raise my APM.
Gale the Mahal.
Another huge shatter coming from, this time, JT.
Oh,
Anxiety
they
getting 3.
have 3 with the Diva Bomb.
And
It seems that they managed to hold it somehow with the Diva Bomb.
Revolution definitely seems like they are better on defense rather than offense.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons for that is like, since they don't have too much practice, defense is naturally easier to stay together because you're just waiting on the point.
For sure, for sure.
So maybe that's why. But yeah, they're doing a really good job right now holding this point.
The best way
under
they
2
could
minutes right
probably
now.
benefit as a team would be to just practice more honestly and figure team comps out.
Yeah.
Because working together as a team and having team comps is definitely a really good thing to have, and it's really good for just generally. And if you're up against a team that doesn't have that, then it's a really good advantage over them.
Oh yeah. It's a huge advantage in our game.
That's what I feel like Eternity's biggest advantage over Revolution is right now, is they have the team comps, they have the coordination, and it's really just getting to Revolution here.
I agree.
Oh wow, the Mei walled off my spectator cam, so now I can't even move. Okay. Getting more huge picks. Boba and Azurite just clearing them out. Getting a 6-man. The bongo there definitely gave them that. That was huge.
Oh yeah, the Altin Reaper with Bongo and damage
And Nano.
boost is just insane.
They also
yeah,
used Nano, yeah.
Oh yeah, it was just too much damage.
The male just completely shutting down their access point right now. Anxiety getting 2 more with the bomb.
Well, since Anxiety is gonna hold this.
Amazing hold from Revolution on this 3rd map. They might be able to tie this and get it to the 5th.
Yeah, let's see. Like, that was an impressive comeback. I honestly thought that they weren't going to be able to hold this, but they somehow did it. Very. Oh yeah, definitely
The triple Diva bomb. This was huge.
Yeah. We were able to see everything from that third game.
You know, I feel like this definitely wasn't a good play of the game because I didn't see a single emote.
Right? I know, great. We are not impressed with.
I didn't even. You gotta at least teabag, you know what I mean, or spray. You know,
yeah, yeah. Tactical crouching. It's not teabag.
Oh yeah, tactical crouching. Next map is Dorado, and it's really unsure on how Revolution will run on Dorado as well, just because the nature of the map as a whole. It's definitely harder to defend on a payload map rather than a 2CP.
Yeah, I think Dorado is one of those maps that you can do a lot of crazy strategies and they can all work. It just depends how good you execute them. Like, you can play dive, you can play bunker, you can play just standard 2-2-2, you can play Symmetra, Bastion, you can play like so many stuff, but it's just all about how you execute it.
For sure, for sure.
I think we saw yesterday, oh yeah, you were the caster yesterday.
Yeah, I was the caster
Crows
yesterday.
They were using Hammond and triple DPS. On this
It was a
map.
pretty interesting comp, yeah.
Yeah, it was fun to watch, honestly. It was very chaotic way of defending.
Along with my chaotic commentating.
Oh, I mean, they were meant to be done.
At least in this game, I didn't spend the first like 2 minutes just POVing only a Mei.
Well, at least we were able to see everything that the Mei was doing.
Exactly, that's the upside.
We didn't miss anything. I mean, at least you were not stuck on the Lucio, so could be worse.
Could be worse. Azure on the Genji this time with snipes on the McCree again. Snipes on McCree is definitely pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
His playstyle really lines up with McCree's playstyle, and it just like it's pretty good. Stumpy on Ashe this time. I don't think Stumpy has played Ashe at all this game so far. So that's going to be pretty interesting.
No, yeah, I think he has played Handsome most of the time.
He's been playing Hanzo or... I'm not sure, actually. Mostly Hanzo, for sure.
Yeah, that's how I can remember right now, Handsome.
One. Attackers incoming.
Salford back on the Zen. This time they actually do have a defensive ult.
They do. Reaper's on the back lane
Already, but
I
he
think,
does
yeah.
get taken out by Sal.
Yeah, he got caught out. He got spotted really fast by the Genji.
Azurite's just gonna jump in there and just start doing some damage. Maybe even dive onto Zen.
I think Trinity. Trinity played really well there, waiting for the missing player to come back, just starting the point enough to actually have a proper fight here on the plaza.
You said missing player, and I was terrified because I thought I was supposed to pause, and I thought I messed up.
No, he was missing playing because he died.
Yeah, no, yeah. I was just like really confused for a second, so I just quickly had to check the player count. And I was like, oh shit.
Barcelona.
Boba Fett here just getting terrorized by Film.
So let's see. They decide to really be aggressive right now.
Vapor has been playing is a really aggressive Reinhardt, and it really works well for them.
Oh, yeah.
Another solo shatter.
Vapor's shatter has been on point like the whole match. Like I
For
think
sure. He's had a couple whiffs where he's just gotten like one player, but it's still his shatters have still been very, very good.
Yeah, he's been effective with all of them. So that's and shatter is not so simple. Like you have to take into account many factors like
Shatter is
shields.
definitely one of the hardest of Reinhardt's abilities.
Oh yeah. So far they keep holding this choke here.
This bridge right here, where they're holding them right now, is probably one of the best places to hold because there's so much cover for the defending team.
Oh yeah, and the space is so narrow for the attackers that it's just easy to just like span the choke and
yeah, especially with the Zarya with the splash damage from the bombs and the dynamite with Stumpy.
Yep. Good idea.
Combat shooting the nano onto anxiety there.
I don't think the Graf got anybody.
Grav got no one.
Yeah.
But they still do get a pick on Vapor. Both main tanks killing each other with the fire strikes.
Who says that Reinhardt didn't need aim?
A huge dynamite getting 4. And getting combat.
And he forced the fast too.
Huge ults here. Maybe the Bob wasn't too necessary though.
Yeah, they all press triangle.
Yeah, both DPS ults used there. Snipe switching off of the McCree into the Soldier. We haven't seen snipes on Soldier at all this game.
We haven't seen Soldier basically. Oh, well.
Azure is trying to take high ground, maybe flank through that wall. Big shatter from Vapor again, but it might not be enough. Azure just getting so much damage into Vapor here.
Yeah, this fight is going in favor of.
This fight is definitely more in favor. Actually, with the DMAC, it might be winnable on.
Oh, they have
It's definitely. Eternity might bring this back here. The grab does get no one though. Not enough follow through there. But Jam getting 2. This is definitely going to be extremely hard to contest, if at all. Team kill. extremely well played at the
Very-
end there by Eternity.
Yeah, they were almost to the point of like I think they only had like one or two more players left hold the point, and then somehow they managed to hold enough so the rest of the team could come back and regroup. That was very impressive.
It was actually a very good. It was a pretty good grab. Come to think of it, although they didn't follow through and kill people with it, they did really buy some time for the
Open
rest of their team to
space.
show up.
Yeah, that definitely was true. I really like it the way Eternity played this defense here. Like I think it was textbook the way they should hold this point.
For sure, for sure. Eternity definitely has gotten some really good strats down and really just probably practiced quite a bit here.
Yeah, and I was kind of worried because they were missing their best players. So Eternity is even a better team that they are showing up today because Hunter is by far their strongest DPS. So very impressive by what I've seen so far by Eternity. Like this is a team that is on the rise for sure.
Jeez.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
That's why I was reluctant to solo commentate because I'm so tired that I would have just been mostly silent.
Oh, they're trying to flank. They're trying to go for the left flank, the whole team. And they
Stumpy
might
just
pull it
kind
out.
of trying to capture. Just the only one on the payload. Snipes is sort of pressuring him pretty hard here. But he does kill him mid-teleport from underneath the payload. This is very split, 1-to-1 on picks on either side. It's really, really unsure on who might win. Every time someone dies, someone else just takes over.
Yeah, he's
Stumpy,
they're trading picks,
tactical crouching on the payload while he's the only one pushing it. Everyone was fighting together and he was just kind of pushing the payload, just teabagging it.
another good shot by Vapor.
This might be a third map win for Eternity.
Yep, that was quick. That was
Really well played here from
definitely-
Eternity.
yep.
3-to-1.
Very impressive by them. I think Revolution did a good job staying on the fight. They didn't got stomped in any of the maps, even though they lost 3 maps. So that was a good show for them, for being like just the first game of a team for them. But it's just Eternity was so much better coordinated and so much superior using their ults and
Yeah, for sure. Their ult economy was very good compared to Revolution. Probably needs to work on it a little.
yep. Okay, so let's bring here for Eternity side. Let's do Film Guy and Vapor. Sure. I
All
want
right.
to. And then for Revolution, we can invite Anxiety. And who else do you think that we should get from Revolution side after we do Eternity?
Maybe Snipes.
Snipes. Okay.
Because he was definitely the biggest, one of the star players on their team.
Okay.
I can't invite Film. It won't let me invite him.
Yeah, they're in a group still, so we might just need to. We can go. I think we can just go to match chat. I think or something. Like
I don't have match chat.
can
Let me
do it.
turn on match chat. Oh, Vapor joined me.
Oh, we
here.
got Vapor. Okay, we got Vapor here. That's cool.
I'm still gonna turn on match chat.
Hello?
Hello, hello.
Hey,
What's up?
So I'm turning on match chat. If you could tell Film to join match chat.
Okay. Did you invite him? I know that.
It doesn't.
I
It
was also
won't let
asking
me
him.
invite him.
Here, I'll invite him.
I mean, if you can get in here, we just can do it here. It's just like
I just
this is,
invited him.
yeah. Okay, cool.
So I guess we're not gonna do the 4th map.
That was the 4th map,
That was
wasn't
the, oh, the. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wait. It was okay. 3-1.
it? Yeah, it's 3-1.
Exactly.
I was thinking like, because I remember one time we went 3-0 against somebody and we still ran a 4th. I thought it was for no reason. I don't know. Whatever. That was fun.
Just got a friend request from Snipes. Very confused as to why.
Here, I'll message Film real quick.
Yeah, we're kind of running short out of time, so we need to hurry up and close this deal so we can keep going with the other games that we have today.
Okay, I think it's just gonna be me for right now.
Alright, yeah, that works.
That works. Well, first of all, I want to congratulate you guys on the win. I think you guys were the better team today.
Thank you.
How do you guys feel with the victory? Let's start with that.
With victory, I feel very confident. I haven't been able to play the last 2 weeks, or 2 weeks ago I played the first game, but I was very, very sick, so I literally could not focus at all. And we subbed in JT, as he's one of my close friends, and he subbed in for me, and they ended up getting that 3-2 win. I don't remember the other team that they played, but it was very good. We were having a good time. We played probably together for the last 2 hours, just just get comfortable again with each other, practicing, making call outs. But yeah, it was fun, and we realized that this is a new team that replaced another team, so we didn't know if their chemistry would be good enough. So we still stuck to what we were best at and ran that way.
Amazing, yeah. I think that was basically the difference. Like you guys definitely were the more coordinated team with the one with the more better synergy, and the ults usage was really on point. We were impressed by the ult economy you guys were showing.
Yeah, our since I main Reinhardt, me and JT always like played duos with as Ryan and Zarya, and so he finally got to play Zarya this week, so he can actually show off his Zarya gameplay. So his grabs were fat, and we were just having a good time. Everybody was playing coordinated, so it was good.
Yeah.
I gotta definitely.
Another thing that we.
Oh.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta definitely, Vapor. I gotta definitely congratulate you on your shatters. They were just insane.
I missed a couple because they're like
you solo shattered an Ana, I remember.
I solo shattered an Ana and a Zen, and they're like, I was like, hey, look, I'm gonna solo shatter this person. Like, nah, just save it. I'm like, nah, I'll get it back in like 30 seconds. Let me shatter this Ana. She ain't got nano, and we're fine. Or let me shatter this Zen, because we were trying to plan a. It was on the first map, second point, and we were trying to get the Zen out so we could combo with dragons. So I killed them. And it still took a little second for us to get the coordination off, but Mercy rezzed him. But other than that, yeah, the shatters. I like the sneak shatter. Sometimes if they're running goats, then I want to stay in the front and just wait for an opportunity that Ryan drops his shield. But until then,
Who are these people that keep joining the group?
Try to sneak. I have no idea. I don't know these people.
I don't know these people either.
Those are my teammates.
God.
They think that I'm getting ready for a game. It's just like they don't know I'm doing the interview right now.
Christ. Please leave. We're trying to do something here.
Let me ask y'all two questions. So what in y'all's mind, I haven't seen it on the stream yet. I plan on going to watch it in a second. So in y'all's mind, what were y'all thinking whenever we had an Ashe on the payload pushing on the last point, we were all just crawling up the stairs?
The entire
What was
time
going through y'all's mind?
I was laughing because he was teabagging the whole time as he was pushing it.
Like he didn't. We like he was like, should I just go push payload? I'm like, yeah, man, go push payload.
Yeah, he
We're
was just
gonna crawl
teabagging the
up here.
payload while y'all were up there just fighting him.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he didn't even. I don't think he fired a single shot. It was just fun. I'm not trying to like bash the new team, but I mean we steamrolled them a little bit. They're a new team, so they got time to get better. Just go practice with each other, find your roles.
And they were able to keep most of the maps really like interesting. So yeah, they were close. Like it's not like they got stomped or anything. Like so.
I feel like whoever was playing Orisa is doing a good job at Orisa, but the second they go to Reinhardt, like I'm sorry, I'm a better Reinhardt than you. I'm going to beat you. So that's just the mentality I have. I'm not trying to be toxic. It's just whenever you play a character I'm playing and it's my job to outplay you, I'm going to do it.
Oh yeah, that's the job of the tank.
Yeah, exactly. But their Orisa was pretty good until like the whole team would stop, because our team would focus their Orisa and their team would focus everybody else that's not on their Orisa. So they weren't. They would play around her until it just got very hectic, and they would just completely stop and cave in.
Yeah, I agree.
If you could
Do you have anything else to? Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if you could give like one piece of advice to their team, what would it be?
As a Reinhardt player, the other Reinhardt needs to just learn the fundamentals a little bit better, like leading with your fire strikes. Let's see. They had a really good Widow on Anubis. That was really annoying.
Yeah,
and
that I noticed that. That was pretty good.
She was playing so far back. We were trying to find her, and I finally found her. I'm like, wait, why are we over here if she's way over here? Just play on the other side, and she's not a problem. But other than that, like they did a really good job. It's just sometimes you just got to run characters that you don't want to run but are good for the team. So that would be the thing. So like I know Film, I kept telling him to play Reaper, because one, Reaper is so overpowered right now. It's so stupid. Yeah, completely broken. If anything, they need to fix his fade a little bit to not as long, or maybe if they instead of reloading his guns instead, maybe, I don't know. Right now he is completely broken. So I was like, let's just utilize that and then have a hit scan to keep the distance. Because if you get in close to us, we're going to beat you with me and Reaper and Zarya. And at a distance, we're going to win with a McCree or any kind of hit scan or whatever. But they just need to just play together, practice together. Just because you lost one game, it's not the end of the world. You're going to get into it. It's just have fun.
Yeah, that's a really good piece of advice right there. Well, I want you guys to congratulate you one more time. You're still on the contention to maybe make it to the playoffs. That's very interesting. Like you guys still alive in that race.
Hey, that's the plan.
Yeah, I'm definitely rooting for you guys to be able to do that. So you got a fan right here.
All right, how many weeks do we have left? Do you know?
I think it's 5 more weeks.
Oh, 5? Oh, we're gonna make it. We're probably not gonna lose another set. It's okay.
Yeah.
And we didn't have our best.
The attitude, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have our best DPS in Hunter, and every now and then we still I buckled, me and JT buckled down on him a little bit and say, all right, we need you to play this. He's like, well, I won't play Tracer. I'm like, no, play Sombra or play Mei, and let's just steamroll these kids real quick, and then we'll win. So he's at a tournament. He's been messaging me all game. So Hunter, we got the dub for you, man, and we'll be back next week. Probably I'll be working next week, so I might not be here, but it's okay. I'll watch the live stream at work.
Awesome. So we're gonna conclude your part of the interview. Thanks again for being here, and congratulations on the win. So
all right, man. Thank you. I'll see you later.
See ya.
Take care, man.
See ya.
How convenient that Snipe showed up.
You see? Snipes, you here?
He's not in the voice right now.
Hmm. Well, if it doesn't show like in 1 minute, gotta go with my team.
Yeah, I tagged him and I was like, join voice. Come on. Here, I have an idea. Go to team chat.
Okay.
Snipes. You there?
Well,
What's
sorry,
up?
Snipe. Oh,
There he
yeah,
is.
there you are. I was about to leave. Well, Snipes, we're gonna make this quick, but we want to say that we were excited to see your team for the first time.
Yeah.
You guys definitely seems to have some real talent in the team. It's just like you guys need to work on the synergy and maybe define the roles in your team. But that's good. That happens to every new team. So you guys just keep grinding, keep practicing, and you're definitely gonna be a team to beat in the league.
I completely agree with you.
Do you have any questions for Snipe, Flex?
Um, not that I can think of now.
Okay, so Snipes, what do you think was the biggest thing that makes you guys not being able to get the win today?
Well, it was mostly like our synergy, and we were all like all over the place with our roles, and we just could not play our heroes that we were being
Alexa, lights on.
wanted to play by our captain. So it was kind of hard, but we're all working on our flex roles and trying to get better.
Okay, yeah, understandable. Just take it one step at a time. It's just early, like baby steps for your team still. So just use this time to actually define that, and you guys definitely gonna be better. You were one of the better players for your team today. One of the things that we were noticing is like you were creating your own picks, and that's good. But sometimes you were caught out of position a little bit for it, and you got punished a few times. So
Yes, that's true.
yeah, so just if I were you, I just go back, watch the stream, and try to see what you could have done better for yourself, and that
Okay.
might help your team a little bit more. But definitely, you were holding your own against the opposing team DPS. So don't
I was
keep your head up, my friend.
I haven't. I just didn't feel like I was doing that much that game, but that really helped.
Yeah. It's
Your
just
your
some
your
details
McCree
here
and
and there.
Genji were definitely good. Your mechanics are good. It's just definitely knowing when to pull back and not overextending.
Very true. That's what we were talking about. Like in the channels, you're talking about like how we were overstanding our mistakes pretty much like the whole time.
I
Just
agree.
trying to improve.
I agree. So I wish you guys good luck for the next round, and just keep your head up and just keep practicing, and you will definitely be a good team in the league. And I want to say again, welcome to the league, and welcome. And thank you for being here and showing up today and putting a good fight against Eternity. That they are a really good team.
Thank you.
Yep. So that's all on my side, Flex. If you have anything else to add. I'll take my leave.
I don't have anything else. Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's all for today.
All right.
Alright, have a good one.
Bye.
And that concludes the stream.